everybody. I watched Howl on Shudder today. It is a 2015 movie on IMDb. It gives it of course she starts up again. IMDb gives it a 5 out of 10. I give it, or 5.4, excuse me, out of 10. I'll give it a 5 out of 10 as well. When passengers on a train are attacked by a creature out of folklore and must band together in order to survive till morning. It is a British movie. It also takes a while before you get the first kill. And it's about halfway until you actually see the whole werewolf fully. Because before halfway, there is werewolf attacks, but all you see is like arm or silhouette or something. So until about halfway, you don't even see the full werewolf. And there's no, I shouldn't say no transformations in it whatsoever, because there is a little bit of transformation in it, but not much. The werewolf itself is, I think it's kind of weak. I didn't really like this werewolf. And the face seems almost CGI-ish, and I wasn't particularly fond of this werewolf, like the makeup effects and everything. I've seen better and lower quality movies of a werewolf. There was a lady with a dog on there. I must have missed something, because there was a lady with a dog, and then the dog and lady just up and disappeared. I don't know what happened to them. This a plot hole or something, or I missed something. But there was a lady with the dog, and then the dog just up and disappeared after the train crashed. The people are extremely panicky, and pretty much all the passengers are just complete jerks to each other. And they only really work together like once, maybe twice, and they're both supposed to work together to survive. And when they do work together, they actually accomplish a little bit, but then they go back to their panicness, and then just all hell breaks loose. And yeah, the panicky much about them is just a bit annoying. But honestly, I'd hate to say it, but I think the way they reacted and how they act in this movie is probably what real life people would do, especially with the way things are going today with toilet paper and everything else. It's just crazy. So the way these people act, unfortunately, would probably be more of a real life scenario, unfortunately. I did not hate this movie, but I didn't totally like this movie as well. I mean, it was alright. I mean, it's decent, but I wasn't really fond of the werewolf itself until it actually showed the full body of it. I was actually liking it. I could deal with the people acting stupid and whatnot, but until it showed, it's just like they could have done so much more with the makeup, I think, instead of making it look the way it did. They gave it more of a human type look to it, instead of having like the whole actual wolf type head and what we're normally seeing, like the howling and etc. They didn't go that route. They went a little bit different. They do have kind of a preview picture on the front, well, at least on Shudder, where you see the picture, I guess it's called thumbnail, whatever, the movie. You do see a little bit of the face. That's basically what the werewolf looks like, and other people probably like it. I just wasn't super fond of that type of werewolf. I do like the more wolfy type werewolves. But other than that, like I said, the panickiness of the people, and one guy is just a complete jerk, and he's all out for himself, and this and that, and it's just, I don't know. It's not my favorite of the movies, and I prefer other werewolf movies instead of this one. But if you like werewolf movies, definitely check it out. You might like that type of werewolf. I mean, it is a decent movie. What kind of knocked me off is when they actually showed the full werewolf that part did kind of bring it down for me a little bit, but the movie itself is actually pretty good. You know, they're on this train. It's kind of like a metro. I don't know what they call it and where they were at, but I would call it like a metro. It's almost like, you know, like a subway, but it's not underground, so that's like a metro. At least that's what they call them in like St. Louis. The only one I've ever been on was in St. Louis. Or kind of, I wouldn't even say like an Amtrak, because it's not like an Amtrak. It's more of like a metro or a subway, but it's not underground, it's above ground. But basically, you know, the train has issues, so they get stuck in the wilderness, and that's where they discover the werewolves, and then they have to kind of board themselves into the train to try to keep themselves from getting attacked by these werewolves. And it's not a bad movie. I just wasn't fond of the makeup. If they would have did a better job on the makeup, I would have liked it better. But like I said, just because I don't like the way the makeup looked doesn't mean that you wouldn't like the way the makeup looks. You might like that type of werewolf. Making sure I got all my notes. But yeah, definitely check it out if it sounds interesting. The movie itself is interesting. The only thing I really didn't like is my hair's tickling my arm, is the makeup effects. But other than that, the movie is pretty good. I really kind of like the movie, but I'm not giving it more than a 5 out of 10 because I didn't like the makeup effects. But go check it out. It's on Shudder right now. I'm not sure if it's anywhere else, but it's on Shudder right now. I highly recommend Shudder if you haven't got Shudder yet. And go check it out. Have fun watching.